Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's doing well. My name is Noreen N. Henry, and I am your Victorious Living Strategist, the founder of Victorious Living Culture, where it's a movement for people to live victoriously every day, regardless of their circumstances. So today we are here, we are talking to our speakers. No, three of the speakers tonight that are on our conference that is just a weekend change away. Um, I forgot to add you in. Um, what was I gonna say? I already forgot what I was gonna say. Well, it's live your best life now, unleash your greatest potential, and own your life. So, without further ado, let's bring on Chanel Spencer. So, we got our one of our speakers on. Hi,
Hello,
Chanel.
beautiful people. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
So, Chanel is one of our speakers at our conference. And Chanel, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
I mean, well, what do you want to know? No, I'm kidding. Hi everybody. My name is Chanel Spencer, as the lovely Miss Noreen and Henry just said. I am the CEO of Maximum Evolution, and I help to empower and evolve and transform women by helping them to create their own table because we're no longer waiting for a seat at anybody else's table. We're just going to go build our own. Okay. I'm also a six-time best-selling author, and I have a new book coming out, Warriors Paradigm, that I'm super, super excited about. It's like my baby that I've been holding for like 3 years. That's like 4 months late, but it's all right. She's coming. She's coming. And a plethora of other projects that I'm currently working on. So I'm super, super excited to be here. And I thank you for the opportunity. And I'm super proud of everything that you're doing and
Oh, thank
accomplishing.
you. Thank you
Yes,
very
of course.
much. Thank you very much. And I have to say how we met.
I don't think we met. I think we like defaulted together. Like it wasn't an option for us to not be together at this point.
But I officially met you how many years ago at your birth. So,
I'm not saying my birthday. Everybody thinks I'm
Chanel,
12, so we stick
right.
with that.
So Chanel is my niece, and she's had her journey, just like we all have our journey. We all have a story to tell, which is one of the reasons I say everybody has a book in them. So with this conference, I am excited to have Chanel. She's actually spoke at the last year also when we had the last year
In
was the
person event.
kickoff, the first
Mhm.
right. It was in person, and so it's going to be annual, and I wasn't sure, with what has happened so far this year, which
I
we
know. I
turned
kind of
everything
want
around for
2019
good.
to come back. Forget it. 2020 don't count. Mm-mm.
So it would have been live if the circumstances were different, but then I said,
Right.
okay, I was led to go and still do it virtually because this conference is about helping people, right? Because there's so many
Mhm.
people that don't have the answers to what their next step is, and need that encouragement. And one of the things I say, like, June is the middle of the year. Like, if people need a reset, if
Yep.
they need a boost, they need encouragement, they need help, come and join us at the conference. So Chanel's topic is, what is
Transform your brokenness into beauty.
and oh, what an awesome topic, because so many are broken. So
Mhm.
many are broken. And so Chanel is an example of being broken, but yet she's striving. Look, she's accomplished so much. She named some of the things, and there's other things that she's doing, but I'll let her mention it. But um, so there's a lot going on with Chanel too. So even though she came from that brokenness, you to look at her, you wouldn't know that she was so broken. So just give a little snippet of um of your topic.
Of course. So transforming brokenness to beauty means so much to me. And when you just mentioned that made me think of Pastor Cassandra Elliott. She literally said, "You do not look like what you've been through." And that's pretty much the purpose of transforming your brokenness into your beauty, because we all have gone through challenges and all have had traumas and different things. So instead of being the victim, you take it and you use it as fuel to motivate you to transform into who you are destined to be, whether it is a CEO of a company, whether it is the top level employee, whether it is an author, whatever it is that you want to do, take that and use it as fuel to get into your purpose and transform to who you want to be.
I like what you said too, because you can we all go through things in life, and so it's a choice. It's either we choose to be feeling sorry for ourselves and having that pity party, or we learn from it, take it, and move on, move forward in a positive way. So,
Absolutely.
so that's a important. So that's something to just even talk on a little bit more, because I know from experience of seeing people that you can tell when they're in that pity mode, right?
Mhm.
In versus, picking up and brushing yourself off and moving forward positively.
Right.
So, like, what can we say to that? To encourage those that are stuck in that, right? Stuck in the mess, stuck in the past.
I mean, it's super difficult. Like, even in just these past couple of months, I had to pull myself out of my own, you know what I mean, space of whatever's happening, only because of unexpected circumstances and being in the house and then having kids that I now became the principal security guard, lunch lady, guidance counselor, you know what I mean? And still trying to build myself and build my company and just getting everything lined up. So, we don't have control over the things that happen to us, unfortunately, right? I wish I could. I would be in a whole different position if I did, right? But take that moment. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to feel like you have nowhere to turn or don't know where to turn. It's okay to be in that moment, because it's important that we feel it and we navigate through it. Don't
Right.
suppress it, because it comes out in a different way. That's a whole nother conversation, right? But realize where you are, realize what you feel, and then figure out what it is that you need to do to pull yourself out of that. And for me, it was joining webinars, joining trainings, finding people that are already where I want to be and latching onto them virtually as mentors. You know what I mean? Find the people that will support you and understand where you are, and those that will help you to pull you out as well. Because you can't do it alone sometimes.
Right. And so with like this conference that's coming up, this is one of the things that people can do to help them to, if they're in that place of being stuck. This is a place that they can come and join us and listen to like speakers like you, because we have a great lineup of speakers that everybody has a story, and everybody's story is different, and
Mhm.
everybody's journey is different. But
Mhm.
people, those that are listening, and for those on the replay, join us so that you can learn from, not only learn from them, but you get encouragement and even tips on moving forward. And even for those that are already at that place, you don't know what you can pick up, because that's what's helped me as well, is attending the different conferences. Like,
Mhm.
I have badges, so many badges of the, the different
Create a collage.
conferences. Exactly. I actually have a picture of it. I took a picture
Good.
of it to show, and it's not even all of them, right? Because I don't have them all, but this is what has helped. So, what's the reason you chose to be a speaker on this at this conference?
I just feel like everything that you stand for, everything that your mission, your purpose aligns with everything that I am and everything that my company is. And it's been a wonderful experience from the last one. And if I can provide any level of support or being a part of this program, I'm here for it 150%. So, yes,
Thank you
thank you for
very
the
much.
opportunity.
Oh,
Mhm.
you are welcome. You are
Mhm.
welcome, because there's so much people out there. You're the millennial, as they say, right? I'm not,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not gonna say what I am. So,
I was gonna be like, "Are you born?" But I'm just kidding. I know you're not. I'm kidding.
so,
You play all day. I'm sorry.
and that's what life is about too. We have to have fun. We have to have fun. So, now I forgot where I was going next.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. laughter is good for you.
Yes.
Laughter is, as it says, it's medicine. It, in fact, in one of my books, I talk about laughter. I have a chop.
Right.
I have a. I don't even remember now if it's a chapter, but I talk about laughter
Mm-hmm.
and the effects the positive effects that it has on our body. So
Absolutely.
real laughter really is like medicine. So it's good to
Especially
laugh.
with the climate that we're in, it's
Right,
important to
right,
laugh because
right.
woo.
Right, right. So we can
Mhm.
touch on that because we went from one extreme to another, right? And so we started with the pandemic, and then now we've is switched over to racial. And so even
Mhm.
if it, with the with the pandemic, it doesn't bother me to be working at home. I do, uh, but I do feel bad for those that have lost their lives, and those that are still going through, those that have been sick, and all the essential workers. We are so thankful for them, and
Absolutely.
I'm sorry to say, but I'm so glad I'm not in the field of having to be an essential worker. But
Hold
we
on.
do pray for
Just for
we
you
pray for
saying
you
that, one
all,
second.
and
One second. So, I just recently resigned, right, from my job, right? And I'm not gonna snitch, but I heard some things and I was like, oh, the Lord kept me. Yes, he did, because if that's what I wanted to say. Everything happens for a reason. So
that's
just
right,
remember that. Uh-huh.
that's right.
Continue.
So can we talk about the leap that you made with that? Like, we have a few minutes before our next speaker comes on,
Yes.
because you're an example of taking chances in life, and
Mhm.
you're young, but you're not very young, right?
All
Because
right, thank you.
you have no, you're
I
young.
know, I'm kidding.
I
I'm
mean,
kidding. I know, I'm just teasing. Go
so
ahead. But yes, I continue.
so, and you know that I'm easy to laugh, right?
I'm sorry.
So so you have taken big leaps where
Yeah,
many wouldn't do.
right.
Like many wouldn't do, and then like especially the leap you took last year,
Mhm.
not knowing what the future is, but you have your plans, right? But you took the leap anyway.
Mhm.
Right? So
So
can we
for
talk?
me, of course, listen, it took me like 4 months. I was like it's like when you're in a relationship and you know you need to leave, but you just still hold on to the little good
Yeah,
times and the hopes and the dreams and the what it could be and what it like. And
right,
that's kind of where I was. So it took me like 4 months to make that decision. And even when I did, I was borderline terrified because I'm a person that I need to know what A, B, C, D, E, F through Z
right,
is.
right, right,
And I had a plan, but not in my mind, not a solid plan for me and how I like to function. But anything in life, nothing's guaranteed ultimately,
right,
right?
right.
Um, but I had to. I was making six figures. So for some that don't know, I was a general manager for a hotel in New York City. It was a multi-million-dollar property. I had 75 employees that I oversaw. I was over multi-million-dollar revenue, sales, everything, engineering, everything you could think of. And I worked literally about 80 to 100 hours a week. Not even forget about my business piece, just in the corporate space. And that was whether I was in the office, whether I was at home, whether I was abroad in England, wherever I was, like work was number one to me.
And
And it brought me to
can
your
I experienced it. Like,
uh-huh.
when are you off?
Right. Like literally, I would get calls at 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever it was. And that for me, it was because I was showing up for others and I felt like they needed me. So it was in that way, I felt like it was the job. But ultimately, I just became burnt out mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. Like it just was it became too much. And there were too many moving pieces that I didn't feel supporting me in the way that I needed to be supported with the way that I dedicated myself. And
Right,
so I just
right,
made the decision. I gave them like 6 weeks. Honestly, I worked after I resigned. I gave them a few weeks, but ultimately, I just felt like I needed to choose myself for once. You know what I mean? And
mhm,
that was a deciding factor. Like, girl, like, all right, like, not like, when are you going to choose yourself? When are you going to put your needs first for once? And when I did that, it just felt like I felt so free, and I didn't even think about the financial piece or any other thing. Because at the end of the day,
right,
if you're not 110%, it doesn't matter what you can't pour into anybody. You can't. It's not going to work. So that was why I truly had to depart. And then now seeing everything that's happening in regards to like the race and it's triggering me a little bit, because a lot of things that I experienced in that role, whoo, it is like the climate that we're talking about now. So it makes me feel triggered, but it makes me feel what's the word?
Empowered at the same time.
Empowered, but like, you know how like you sit and you're like, maybe I'm over analyzing, maybe I'm looking at something the wrong way, but then
Mhm,
confirmation of what it was that I was dealing with outside of just the work piece. You
mhm,
know what I mean?
mhm, mhm.
Um, and that's a whole nother conversation too. But yes.
Yes. So we'll have to wrap up, and we're going to bring in our next guest. But I say to you all out there, for those that are on here and for those that are on the replay, join us. It's June 27th. We have about a week and a half now to go, but so we will add the information for the registration link. But come and join us, because you're going to want to hear more from Chanel Spencer. That
Yes, you are.
you're
Sorry.
gonna want to hear more. So make sure to get your tickets. Um, and bring a friend. Invest in yourself. You are so worth it. And that's one of the reasons we are where we are today. We continually invest in yourself. So Chanel, thank you so much for coming on and being on this platform with the coming and being a speaker at the conference, living your best life now, unleash your greatest potential, and the theme is owning your life. And I can say that Chanel Spencer truly owns her life. um
Thank you, everybody.
okay.
Thank you, beautiful people.
So you heard from one of our speakers at our upcoming conference. Live your best life now. It's unleash your greatest potential. So we're moving right along, and we're bringing in our next speaker, who is Monica Reed. So here we go. She is coming on in just a second. Hi, Monica.
Hi, hey, how are you?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Thank
Um,
you for having me.
oh, you are so welcome. So I've already introduced myself. So let's hear from you. Give us an introduction of yourself.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome. My name is Monica Reed. I am a um, six-time international best-selling author. I am a business owner, a wife, and a mom of four. I actually have a company called Legacy Solutions where I create platforms for women to share their stories and to be heard and seen and to really go back and help their community. I'm also the founder of a nonprofit organization called Love Mama Inspires Foundation, where I actually help, or my organization serves children who are parentless or have lost a
That's
parent
awesome.
due to um, death or military or separation through imprisonment. But we actually serve as fill in the gap for those children who no longer have their parents.
Thank you for introducing yourself. And another powerhouse, another
Yes,
powerhouse that is a speaker at our upcoming conference. So Monica's topic, her title is called Reclaim Your Time and Own Your Life. So
yes.
just give a little snippet, because so that the guests can see what they need to come and hear and come and listen to and gain
Yes.
from you.
Yes. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So, reclaiming your time and owning your life. Yes, you want to be at this conference. Let me tell you. So, the reason why I've chosen that title is because too often, too many of us are staying stuck in where we used to be. A lot of us look at the time that has passed. Some of us are looking at our ages. Some of us are looking at our careers and our jobs, and we stay stuck there. And we sometimes give up on all the things that God has put us here to do and all the opportunities and the dreams that we have because we're stuck in that one place. And a
Mhm.
lot of times it's a
Right.
place of the past, right? So
Right.
going back, reclaim your time, no matter how much time that has been. Going back to reclaim that time and owning your life now is so important. It's never too late. So I'm very passionate about that topic. Yes.
Awesome, awesomeness. So, what is the reason you chose to come along and be a speaker at this conference?
Oh my goodness. Anything first of all, I want to say thank you. So anything that involves you, I'm absolutely saying yes to, because I know that there's not a lot of platforms that are out there that are genuinely looking to help and help those their communities. So I will always say yes to you, and then just to the people that you attract. I know sometimes again, we can all relate. We're all like-minded. So I would definitely say yes to this opportunity, not only for you or myself, but the person who is going to attend. You know, owning your life right now,
Yes,
especially right now, is so
yes,
important, and the timing could not have been better. So, if
right,
those who have had these past couple of weeks to be in the house and to really reflect back on their lives, now is the time to get up and do something different. Now is the time to
that's
reclaim your
right.
time.
That's right. That's awesome. And I like how you said that because now is the time. We've gone
Yeah,
like we were talking to our other guest, Chanel, uh, uh, the other speaker.
yeah.
We went from one extreme to the other, right? We went from
Oh,
the pandemic, and even in the pandemic, even though, there's a lot of horrible, all the passings, all the people being sick, and everybody's affected by it. But even
yeah.
though that part of it is negative, we
Mhm.
still stayed positive. We still continued
Yeah,
moving forward, still working. Like one of the examples is this upcoming conference, because
yeah,
with the pandemic, it could have been okay. No need to do it. There's a pandemic going on, but no, we
yeah.
still keep moving forward. So as you said, like this is the time, right? This really is
This
the
is
time.
Yeah. And I love the fact of owning your life. Like you mentioned before, we could have sat in it and said, there's a pandemic and made all these different excuses. But it's
Right.
when you no longer make the excuse to own your life. We control the outcome
That's right.
based off of how we respond to everything that's going on in this world. And it's sad what's going on. But
It,
this conference is a reminder that you too can
right.
control or can steer which direction you
Yes.
decide to take from.
Yes, yes, that's right. Because if we don't do
Yeah,
anything, nothing changes. And I actually
absolutely.
say that if we don't do anything, it really gets worse. And I'm speaking from
Exactly.
experience. So it's like
Yeah.
you think years ago before, because it's having knowledge, because that's what it is too. Having the knowledge,
Mhm.
and why I say having the right knowledge, because there's lots of knowledge out there, but we
Is there?
but we need to have the right knowledge so that we get onto the right path. And so years ago,
Absolutely.
like many years ago, before having knowledge, I want to do this, I want my life to be this way. But years ago,
Mhm.
I did not know that I was the one that had to be making the choices and going out and making the life that I want. It does not just happen. We
Doesn't
have
have.
to do something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I love the timing of this conference and everything about it. And, I look forward to sharing my story and how I came so passionate about reclaiming time because, speaking from it does definitely, me speaking to this subject comes from a lot of experience and a lot of regret. So I definitely want to make sure that we encourage you all
Yeah.
to join us so that you don't regret this moment in time.
Right. So talk about that with would you say with the regret? Talk a little bit about that.
So yeah, when I talk about the regret, sometimes we get to a place. I know for myself, and I'm pretty sure many of the viewers can definitely relate. You got to a point where you wish you would have done things different, or you wish you
Mhm.
would have accomplished, your goals or your dreams, or wish that you had the tools and the resources and the community of people surrounding you to be able to give you that knowledge so that you can move on. We sit for a period of time in regret, right? Or the woulda,
Mhm.
shoulda,
Mhm.
coulda, right? And so, yes, that happened for me. I spent a lot of
Mhm.
time making sure that everyone else got to excel. Everyone else was, living their dreams. I would sit on the sidelines and just watch all of this, not on purpose, but just more from
Right.
a servant positioning, right? It
Right.
was more of, if
Right.
I can help you get ahead, I'll put myself on hold for my children, for my family,
Right.
for my friends, and I'll sit on the sideline, whatever it is that you need in order for you to accomplish your goals. And at one point in my life, I got to a place where it was like, well, hold on, who are you? You were
Right.
everything everyone else, but who are
Yes.
you? So, there was a lot of regret and a lot of resentment that had built up. And I had to
Mhm.
come to a point in my life where I understood that it was me, just like you just said, it was me. If I had to take ownership of my own life, if I wanted to see my own dreams and goals birthed.
Amen. Because one of the things I say, why I asked you to touch on the regret, because one of the things I talk about is um, our life is it's life lessons as well. So as
Yeah.
much as I don't say regret no more, I s-
Yeah.
it's stuff that we have to go through to get
Yeah.
us to where we are now. So with our experiences, the things that we have gone through to where we are now, we are now helping people to see that they can have the same thing. They can go wherever their
Yeah.
journey is, right? But they can move forward too and have the life that they want to have, the life of their dreams. Like living your best
That's
life
right.
now. Because I can say I am living my best life now, like compared to how many years ago, right? Because there was a lot of time that years ago. I mean, there's so much stuff. Come to the conference and you hear our stories.
You will definitely, definitely hear. Yes, you will. Yes, you will definitely
You
hear.
hear our
But I
stories
can relate to
because
that.
say that
Yes,
again.
you have to come. They have to come there.
Yeah,
But I
they
can
just
definitely
come.
relate to that.
Yeah, yeah. So like with that, I and even with the choices that we make, I say like people I used to say, mistakes, but even that I don't say mistakes anymore. It's part of the journey. Everything is
Right.
part of the journey, and we make choices like back then, we made choices based on the knowledge that we had at that time, right? So the word says we perish for lack of knowledge. And so we made choices based on the knowledge that we had. So that's why I don't say it's mistakes
Yeah.
anymore. It's not a mistake anymore. If we stay in it now, then it becomes a mistake. But it's choices it made based on the lack of knowledge that we had, because
Hmm.
it's that's in the past.
Yes, absolutely.
And like I said too, it's gaining the knowledge and gaining the right knowledge that you can live your best life now and really and truly own your life. Own your life. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what makes the difference. Own your life, like not blaming anybody, right?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
everyone has a
I was
story.
gonna say,
Go ahead.
yeah. No, no, no. I was gonna say that not blaming anybody and really learning what you need to do to, like you said, change that language as far as
Yeah,
regret and any mistakes. There's steps. People don't realize there's strategic
right,
steps. And
right,
that's why you need
right,
to be at the conference because we will actually talk about those steps that one
right.
needs to take in order to get to owning their life.
Right, right. And then the conference is just the beginning. Like after the conference, even though the conference ends, you'll gain knowledge, you'll hear from experts in their field, the experts that have gone through their experiences that's coming and telling you. So you're not hearing just from anybody.
Absolutely.
You're hearing from these great and powerful speakers that
Hmm.
on the journey continues because we don't stop, right?
Yes,
So they're
yes,
not where they were, right? They're not where they want to be because I'm not where I want to be totally, but I'm not where I was, and I
yes,
am even though I'm not where I want to be yet, I'm on that journey, and I'm
yes,
still living my best life, and
absolutely.
I'm owning my life, and I
Hmm.
continue to unleash my greatest potential.
Yes, yes, yes. All of it, all of it. So I'm excited.
Yes, yes.
I'm so excited.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna close with Chanel because we were supposed to have another speaker, but maybe something came up. So we'll just reschedule that. So I'm gonna bring Chanel back in, then we can close off together. But I encourage everybody that is listening now, and for those listening on the replay, we're gonna post the link, and you'll see information all over the place. But come and join us. You're gonna want to hear uh, all of, well, not all of it, but you want to hear Monica's story of, what's the title of your topic again?
Reclaiming your time and owning your life.
You're gonna want to hear more because as who says it, Susie, it's juicy. It's gonna be juicy, and to close off, let's bring Chanel back in so we can all close off together. And three, two, one, and she will be with us. So thank you again, guys, for coming on this journey with me. I appreciate you both. I love you both. And also love what you are all doing in the world. We are all here for a purpose, and you are fulfilling your purposes.
Thank
So,
you.
any last words for either one of you?
Hi, Monica. How you doing? You did a great job.
So as you guys will see, you will see that type of energy that will definitely be here for the conference.
Exactly.
You're so excited, and you don't want to wait to get your ticket. You want to be in the room. We are just truly excited, and Noreen, thank you so much for having myself and Chanel and all the other speakers, because it's going to be an amazing opportunity for your audience.
Awesome. Any last words, Chanel?
I'm pretty much, I feel the exact same way. I'm super excited. I know it's going to be an amazing event. We have some great powerhouse individuals that's just going to bring it. You know what I mean? So make sure you get your ticket. Not tomorrow, right now in this second when we drop that link. And I'm super excited. And again, thank you for this opportunity. And I know it's going to be phenomenal.
And I can just quickly say before we end, one of our speakers is actually going to coming in live from London. So
Wow.
and you all know that that's my hometown, but we have one that is coming in, so that is it's making it even more super excited.
That's
And so
Yes,
exciting.
you're
exactly.
gonna hear another English accent that is stronger than mine. So as Monica and Chanel says, get your tickets now. So thank you
Right.
again for coming on. Thank you for coming on tonight, and we'll speak soon.
All right. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Bye
beautiful
bye.
people.